Some of the motor so I can see.
Move the chair.
Where the drum at, man? No, I can stand, man. There we go. Okay, alright, we good. Fuck. This shit hurt, man. Damn it. You got the manure.
Huh?
I got the manure. Ranch one. Yeah, it's one dying. Neighbors start fucking us up. What the fuck is that?
Alright, Shalom. We'll start off with the Rams on. Alright? Because we blowing the trumpet. You know?
Hear ye, right? For those who actually can hear,
The
right?
sound of the alarm.
Right.
Alright? Bear with us, we're gonna, do it with one strong time. Lord willing.
Alright. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rechak Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect. To the men that died doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem outside, they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children, I believe on the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. He come deliver us to this captivity that we're in. All right, Church Philadelphia, once again. Another camp, we're doing the indoor. So lock here, my foot is all jacked up. So
Hey, brother's going through a
brother can't walk. Can't even walk, man.
Hey, but this word still going out.
That's
So
right.
that's the point.
That's right, man. So, we're gonna get it. You might just jump right into it, whatever you got.
Alright, there's the book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 24, verse number 1. Alright, it says, while seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty, do they that know him not see his days? That's point on that. So, do they that know him not see his days? We see his days. Because he warned us. Yahweh Shai, when he was on the flesh, the Son of Man, he warned his people of the things that was going to come before his second return. The atrocities like famine, pestilence, plagues, wars and rumors of wars. He prophesied that. Mark 13, Matthew 24, Luke 11, Luke 12, Luke 21. So those were all in the Gospels. So he prophesied, these things are going to happen before I show up again.
That's like our weather, like our weather guy basically will be watching. He said watch for these things that happen. And that's how we know that he's coming back, because he never lied to us. As far as going into the different prophecies that we see. The wars, the rumors of wars, the pestilences, like the brother mentioned earlier. What's that down Mexico? What?
Over 1,000 fish. You know what I mean? Was in the land, right? Because they said it was more so the water and the drought that's happening right now. So, yeah.
Yo, and that's all part of prophecy, man. These are things that Yahweh Shai warned us about. Also, when we look through history as well. Like I was just watching a documentary on World War II, because World War II wasn't that long ago. You go back to 1944.
Right.
Years before that, you had Germany. You had all the Nazis Nazi Germany, which Hitler knew exactly who he was, man, and he knew who we were. You know, that's why Hitler, like when I was watching documentaries, said he really never did nothing towards the Israelites, basically. Talking about the so-called blacks that was over there, whatever. He was going, he was trying to take over Europe. All right, he wanted it to be like a pure nation, a dominant nation. The same way that you have Alexander the Greek, he did the same thing. Rome did the same thing.
Right.
You have
Yes.
now what you have, yeah, kind of that's Alexander the Greek. But now you have Putin. He's on the same time. So he's trying to take over uh, Europe again. He wants to, claim it back to make it how it used to be. Like going back into what because when you look at the map, what the Nazis were doing, they were just conquering all Europe. And now you could see where the different NATO countries came in when America came in, and that was the birth of NATO, basically, coming from World War II.
Oh yeah,
That was the birth of NATO.
Yep.
know?
Afterwards.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah.
But that's why they wanted to get down with each other, because they was like, yo, let's make these treaties and everything,
Yep.
so that now that we're cool. So if anybody comes against you, we got your backup. We got your backup. This, that. But it's countries like Russia wasn't a part of NATO, man. I think with Georgia, you got a lot of countries over there. That matter of fact, the countries that's in the BRICS, they wasn't a part of NATO, man.
Right. Because they after a while they were taking over.
That's right. God.
So now they're the because you got to understand the lands, original lands. They just taking back what was theirs.
Man, God, damn,
You know what I'm saying? Like Russia, they just taking back what's theirs. That's why Ezekiel 38, if I'm not mistaken, says that how the Lord's gonna put the hooks in them. Meaning, referencing this the spirit. You know what I'm saying? The spirit for them to take back what they had owned. Because eventually we gonna own, you know what I mean? Whatever, but that's just setting up World War III.
Exactly.
Setting up the stage. You got China and with going with the conflict with Taiwan. You got Israel with the conflict with Iran. So we in the time of war,
The second war is coming. The third one coming.
Oh, that's Revelation 11 and 14.
That's crazy. That's 11 is what? Destruction.
But the Lord is setting up Slack, my fault.
Well, we said that was the birth of NATO.
Right.
The EU, the beast system and all that. All right. So you got the 7 heads and 10 horns, which so that NATO came about and EU was established in 1958. All right, which that wasn't that long ago. All right, and now if you do the history, that's why it's there. All right, so to see if we're lying, see if we're telling the truth or if we're lying. All right, so you got the 10 horns, which is Belgium, you got Denmark, you got France, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Greece, Spain and Portugal, England and Ireland, and West Germany. All right, so that's your 10 horns right there. All right, now you got your 7 heads, which were heads of different different
kings.
Kings
Of
and
the earth,
stuff. So you got what's your Germania Major, you got the Romans, right? You got Germania Minor, you got the French, the Spanish, the Spain, British, and the Greeks. All right. So that's your 7 heads. Now when you go back in history, just look at the role that these different, besides the Romans, all right, just go to the 10 horns again. All right, just look at the role that they played in World War II. All right, and how I forgot what part of Germany the Nazis was. Because basically, if you think about it, said in that documentary, Hitler was saying the same thing that Trump is saying right now. He's saying let's make America great again. Hitler was saying let's make Germany great again. You know, so they was trying to take over things.
Oh yeah.
You know,
We was talking about
same
that.
thing. Yeah, they was saying the same
Uh-huh.
thing.
Yo, yeah, and that's like a revolution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My friend, you get that? Oh, you got
No, you got it.
Yeah, it's Lakia. Mr. Land back on the brothers. It's about total power and control.
That's right.
Right? Each country, they know their history. They know how powerful they were. They know when they ruled.
Ooh,
Right?
man, that's.
And so
Put the hooks.
I want my spot back.
right.
The Lord,
Right.
like it tells you in Ezekiel 38, you'll put the hooks in Gog and Magog's mouth
Draw them out.
to draw, because that's their spirit being drawn out.
Wow.
Because you see what's going on with Russia, how they being patient. A lot of nations going to the BRICS. You know, they're not dealing with sanctions no more. So, giving up a war. Putin already stated the day before yesterday that we in the beginning of World War III.
Right.
You know, and then you on top of that, real quick, you had 75 banks collapse within a month, major banks, which that's gradualism. But in order for World War III to fully pop off, we need the mark of the beast to be fully infrastructure,
Implement. Yeah.
you know, implemented towards society. You know.
And hey, you mad at us.
Okay.
We're just the messengers telling you what the Bible says is going to happen.
That's right.
So whether you like it, believe it or not, this is what's going to happen. And now you're seeing it that these other nations are actually saying it. Their presidents, their prime ministers, their military power, they're actually telling their people to prepare for war.
Oh, yeah. And
which is what the Bible, we're telling you what the Bible is saying.
And they train them too.
Right. So, hey, you can get mad, but it's going to happen. As the Bible says.
Get glad.
Hey, but it's scriptural because it says the second woe, the third woe coming quickly.
Yeah. That's on deck.
Revelation
11, verse 14.
Forgive me.
The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
That's right. Oh, what's that woe talking about, man? Destruction. Because right now we're in the time of destruction. Like the Lord has spoken through his men, which he continues to do that day to day, week to week, you know, second to second, video to video. You know, so many platforms that brothers on, and the Lord is speaking, man. So what's that? What he say? He's not gonna hold his tongue.
I believe that's in Isaiah 63.
No, I got Isaiah.
I got a precept real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise."
That's right, yo, and that's going into what? All the wars now. Let's go through history. All right, you had. Matter of fact, yo, even in World War II, which is about to happen here, going into World War III, you're gonna have civil unrest and civil war, which they had back in Nazi Germany, man. They had the Nazis. They was whipping people asses. They was saying basically, if you wasn't with the government, you was against them. You was public enemy number one. So they was locking you up. They was taking you, you know,
taking your children,
your family, all that, man.
Splitting them up.
You know, so they gonna do the same thing now.
Putting them in gas chambers.
There's nothing new under the sun, man.
And that's why they're passing all these draconian laws right now. We see right through you, right? Because the scriptures is telling us to prepare for this time.
That's right.
So the wars and rumors of wars, and basically Matthew 24 is telling us what we need to prepare for.
That's right.
Right.
So we're not going to be caught unawares.
That's right. You know, and that's heavy, man. You know, like I was saying, man, you had to go back in the history with the different wars. You had the holy wars between the Muslims and the Christians, right? That was a war. Confused noises, man. You had so many wars with the Greeks. Yo, when Cyrus the Persian took down Babylon, and that was in 539 BC, if I'm not mistaken. when he took them, he completely took Babylon out of power. You know, so that was another war. Going into Daniel the seventh chapter, when you go throughout history, all those different kingdoms they had to go through wars to be able to establish their power of their
Dominance.
king. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of their dominance. That's the right word.
To establish
Yeah.
their laws, their
Right.
rules,
Right.
their rules and laws amongst that land.
Right.
Just like now, just like cause what you have around the world, you got sanctions. You have things of that nature, which it cripples governments. You know what I mean? Where they now you got to give an allowance, taxes, and now these other governments around the world, they're not officiated with America, Babylon the Great. That all these BRIC nations, all America's allies, they leaving, going to these BRIC nations countries to sign treaties with them. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes them weaker and weaker and weaker, and that's why the Lord spoke in the book of Psalms, if I'm not mistaken, when he says he's gonna destroy the teeth of the beast thereof, roughly paraphrasing, which is their military might, their teeth, their strength. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and on another level, the strength of a country is their monetary system.
That's right.
So that's why you see it is
Right.
starting with the de-dollarization, so
That's right,
that they can't jam up the other nations, right? That's the reason for BRICS.
That's right.
Because, hey, they're saying, all right, you have control over the monetary system around the whole world. The dollar is more valuable than any other currency. So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to work with these other nations in our own currency.
Okay.
So
Right.
it's plain as day, right?
Right.
What the nature of the World War III, right? It's plain.
And that shows the devaluation of the dollar.
Yeah.
The you got over right now. There was a video I seen not too long ago. I think it was yesterday, 2 days ago, where in I believe it was in Mexico or Venezuela, one of the two, where they were bathing in fiat currency. They were throwing it out.
Right.
They were
Not worth
dancing.
anything.
It was
Yeah.
right. So
I saw the one video they was burning it. They said this is worth nothing.
yeah, for heat
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And, what the scriptures say.
Oh, that's James 5 up here. I still got a little bit of. I'll finish this real quick.
Like I was saying with that, because we seeing, like the brother said, the world dominance, right?
Yeah.
So we seeing the rise and fall of Babylon. Because we a little up there, brother, still young, but throughout history you can see when America from going back to the 1900s, or you going to the 1800s, man, with the slavery and how it was established, and then they had that war, that civil war. Well, you had civil wars too, but then you had the war with the British and basically the ones that came from over there. They was trying to break away from the British system. They was trying to do their own thing, but basically the British people are still in control of America, man. When you start seeing, like, you'll see it more and more. Now you're starting to hear the accents and everything. A lot of people that's coming over here, man. That's right.
The elites.
That's right.
Over in that land, right? Because they'll say that they sent the dreads to America, right? And they the elite stayed in England, right? So it's easy to see that these governments and these nations are controlled by the elite.
That's right.
It's come on.
Exactly. And also you gotta figure, like, as far as transition of power, that's what they're fighting for now. That's why they're trying to come up with a new currency and who's going to run that currency. That's where you get your whole RFID microchip from, which is the MOT to the B, but the Lord knew these things. And that's why we're going into the world wars, man. You had World War I, you had World War II. They was back to back, basically, fast. My grandfather fought on both of them. But now you got World War III, which we're living. We're seeing it, man. We're in it. It's only going to get Worship. You got it, brother.
And you feel it.
Then I got a piece up for you
Come.
too, real fast.
You feel it. You feel it. You go to bars, you go to certain social events, you hear the conversations of the people around you.
Then I'm the same no more.
They're speaking about war. That's what all people talking about nowadays. See, they don't know how to. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
That's the spirit that the Lord
And that's
put on.
why we're prophesying about it. You know what I'm saying? Every kingdom that ruled before they fell, there was a form of chaos, conflict, division. You know what I mean? And what you expect now? You know what I mean? The Lord said He changed not. You know?
Okay. Y'all got a
But
swift
this
one
is
for
as,
you. Hold up, real fast. Because for what you said, because you mentioned about they was bathing in their money and just stuff like that. You know, and look at Venezuela. You look at Venezuela going into damn, I know it's overseas somewhere, but it was a place where they had American money, currency, all $100 bills, hundreds, and I'm talking about suitcases full, and they was just storing it in the streets, and ain't nobody regarded. They didn't care about that shit because they know it wasn't worth nothing. But I said, when the brother said it, made me think about this. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. It says, "They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of wrath. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity." You know, so like people gonna start, man, they going to understand like this money ain't worth nothing, man. You know, like people used to say back in the day that, man, that money is just a bunch of dead white men with a piece of paper with a bunch of dead white men on it. You know, and that's basically all it is, man. It's like silver and gold, they already stripped it. They stole it from you already. They have all of that. You know, that's why you had China a few years back. I want to say maybe like 10 years ago, something like they was making their own gold, you know, because they was preparing for this time. They was telling their citizens, yo, buy gold, man, invest in gold and silver, you know. But they think that that's going to save them, what it's not,
Right.
you know, because the Lord is like, look, man, I'm taking all the riches is coming back to Israel, man. You know, they're going to bring us their gold, their silver, their precious ointments and all that. Because it belongs to us.
That's right.
You know, so now, right now, we're in a conflict. The whole earth is in a conflict of who's going to be the next rulers. When they don't even know that the ones that they basically talked down to, oppressed, and did all the things they did to us, we're the next rulers, man. And the Lord is putting us right in their faces to show them, like, look, man, these are the ones that I got up while y'all fighting each other. You know, going in what's the second Ezra's, I believe what's the 13, if I'm not mistaken.
What you thinking? 31? Like,
Want to talk about one wrong?
Yeah.
You know?
13, 31.
What you got, bro?
Come.
Yeah, that's it.
Yo, come. Jumping back real quick to Isaiah 9 and 5, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise," right? Because you had, when you watch movies, ancient times, which is based on historical events, right? With the swords,
like
the bucklers, the shields, the horses running, the men screaming, iron clashing. Those were confused noises. It's a sound of war.
That's right.
You watch it from a distance, you can hear it.
Right.
Ching, 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 ching. People writing it down. They're like, but it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and the garments, and it's like it says, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And that was, even though Isaiah was speaking about that, that was a reference towards even though Babylon and those nations was destroyed by those situations, war, famine, plagues, but at that time they didn't know what missiles was. They didn't know that's why they described the missiles as like glittering swords, flying spears, things of that nature, because there wasn't no words given to know intercontinental ballistic missile was.
And they were seeing
know?
into the future. It's
Mhm.
not like they
Yeah.
were dealing with
Mm.
things that happened at that moment. That's why they, in some of the scriptures too, like they would use an insect to describe
Locust.
right
Oh,
To
locust.
reference.
Exactly what they're
Yeah.
saying, because that's what it
Revelation,
looks
yeah.
like, right? Yeah. Yeah.
yo, matter of fact, bro. And
Yo,
that's in that Revelation which was reading
with the locust.
no, with the World War Three, the Second World, the Third World.
Yeah.
Because when you actually go into that chapter, it explains the way that the airplanes look.
Right.
That was World War
You know what
II.
I mean? They said it
That
had
was
the
World
head
War
of
II.
this, so it had the head of the man,
Right.
the body of a locust,
The
the face
locust.
of a lion, and everything.
Right.
But they actually used to paint them type of shits on their airplanes,
Right.
man. But John the Revelator, when he was looking at it, because they had the two wings, the dual
The
top
way-
wings, and that,
the
so
way
it
it
looked
flew.
like
Yeah.
so it would look like a locust, the tail
Right.
and everything.
Yeah.
He never saw no plane like that in his
Right.
time, so he was using the things that look like it. And yo, if you think about it, Esau actually designs his
His
planes, his planes and things, tanks, after animals, man.
At the end, yeah.
They be like, yo, this animal, they're able to do this. So Esau, like, the Lord gave him that insight, that wisdom to do those things. And on top of it, the reason why I did it, so when we come into this time, we gonna know exactly what it's talking about.
Right.
Like, oh shit, that look like,
Yeah.
we was damn. Oh,
That's what he's
that.
talking about. He's
Yeah, you
giving
know
us
what I
that
mean.
wisdom.
So now, because it's in our time to do so.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Got some more there.
It says.
I had a backup for you too.
One more. There's one more verse. It says, "For unto us."
Just to the flame. That's a fuel of fire.
Matter of
Right?
fact, no, that was the point. That was the point.
Fuel of fire, right?
You got it.
That
was the point.
Oh shit. Revelation 20. 20. Matter of fact, start at verse 7, if I'm not mistaken. The goal, because it said burn and fuel of fire. That's your hell right there. The part while what they with the churches be like, oh, it's gonna burn. You're gonna get thrown into the lake of fire, and that's what Isaiah saw, man.
No, that's Isaiah.
Yeah, no, it's in Revelation 20. They're gonna be thrown into the lake of fire.
Are you talking about the second death?
Yeah, come. Hey, Shalom, I know y'all about to should be 20. Start at verse 7.
No, it's not.
Let's say idolaters, all them cast into the lake of fire.
27. Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
Revelation 20.
Chapter 20, verse 7.
Come.
And when the
Start at
1,000
verse
years are expired,
It's at
Satan
8.
shall be
When's it
loosed
8?
out of his prison
That already happened.
and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
And that's what he's doing now. Like he's deceiving,
Okay, come.
the nations. Because what he was doing to that bottomless pit, that's over
This
there
is
in
going
Europe.
into the Renaissance.
Yeah, come. Yeah, that was Europe, right? The bottomless pit when
towards
you
the
go into the.
Renaissance period.
But no, at 8.
It says, and shall go out to
No.
deceive
It's
the
in 10.
nations.
It's in 10.
Come. I know it's in that chapter.
Yeah, that's going into the Renaissance period.
Well, no, that's cool. You can just read it. Just
You
read
want to skip
it.
10?
No, just keep reading.
It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
And that's what's going on now. This is the reason why I'm gonna bring that out, because America is the only place that's going to be destroyed, right? So now these devils they deceive everybody. That's where you get your words Africa from, because they named the lands after themselves. They renewed things, like the brother said, the Renaissance era. They started changing things, tore down our images, put theirs up. So for all those things, they have to pay for that, man. And this is like what the brothers saw, like the battle with the confused noises and all that. We could look at that. They had to fight for that. To be able to put those images up and all that. Now throughout all that, those were battles as well to get those images put up. And now the Lord's going to take it out. That's why And Isaiah, what he just read, now we in Revelation now, but Isaiah when talk about this is going to be the burning through the fire, which we're going to get to that. But keep going, bro.
God, it says, Revelation 20 and 8, it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations.
Because they got us thinking, well, they got the world thinking that these other people, these small hats are the real Jews, man.
Right.
They got them thinking that. And it's not even just they got the whole world. And if you go into World War II, you could clearly see that they was set up to be us, man. You could clearly see that. And all Hitler was doing was fighting against the international bankers, man. Because they were trying to they wanted what's that, central bank or whatever they had. They was trying to institute that over there in Germany. Hitler wasn't going for that. So he revolted against it, and that's why, that they had them wars or whatever. But that was all financed from those super elites because they finance everything, man. From all the wars going back to Babylon, man. That's how far back they go. And they know that, man.
Hey, if I may, like in this book, right? If you could show,
13 child.
That book shows that they used war for political gain.
And
and even with infiltrating certain religions, infiltrating certain lands, infiltrating their beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
They used it in a sense of like, we can collaborate. Esau Edomites, which I'm talking about, they try to collaborate with the Muslims, which Arab nations, as far as financial gain with their land, their resources, but they'll contribute as far as religious goes. So that's why you got like Trump and them, you got president, they'll go to the Middle East and act like they're part of their religious regime, but they're not. It's for political gain. And that just shows that they are deceiving. Because even in America, you have you can have 4 or 5 different religious groups all in the same block. That's confusion. The Lord's not the author of confusion.
Right.
It's all political gain. So they got 501c3 charters. And that's going down to the bone gristle. From the least to the greatest, you gotta understand that.
Yeah, and that's crazy because it's the spirit, man. I was just actually looking for, and it's on point for what we're speaking about. But this is in that book, the 13 Tribe, which I was just speaking on. You could tell, you got now when you watch, and this why you gotta know languages too, man. So when you watch those shows, infomercials basically. They about support the Jews and everything. They're poor. They need food and they're asking you to send money, right?
Sympathy.
And it's always a older Edomite woman, and she's speaking Russian, man. She's speaking Russian because when they gave her something, she said, "Oh, spasiba, spasiba," which spasiba means thank you in Russian. That's Russian, man. All right, so they and you got the Russian ones, Khazarians, all right, all throughout Europe. So you understand that languages, you be around those people, then you start to know like, oh snap, that's who they put up to try to be us, man. Bang, that's okay, bang. Check it out. It says in this one, it says matter of fact, I'm gonna start here because you got Turkish ones that think that they're the same way too. But it says the Turkish speaking Khazarites. See that? Khazarites, a fundamentalist J word, which that is select, of Crimea, Poland, and elsewhere have a further connection with the Khazars, which is perhaps confirmed by evidence for folklore and anthropology, as well as language. There seems to be a considerable amount of evidence attesting to the continued presence in Europe, Europe of descendants of the Khazars, right, which are not. All right, it says how important in quantitative terms is that presence of the Caucasian sons of Japhet and the tents of Shem. One of the most radical preponderance of the hypothesis concerning the Khazars or origins of Jewry is the professor of medieval the J word Jewish
Hey,
history.
real quick, they called the Edomites Jewry before.
Okay.
Before they would call them Jewish.
Okay.
You know?
It says the history at Tel Aviv University, right? It says A&M. There we go. Anyway, going back because it's to Tel Aviv, and then you hear a lot about this. Tel Aviv University. It says A&M Polyak. Yeah, we sitting not too far from where Netanyahu grew up at, man. He grew up in Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, man. How about that? It says his book, Khazaria in Hebrew, was published in 1944 in Tel Aviv, and the second edition in 1951. Now you get that. What was that? That was later, though. They had the 3-day war. That was 48, I believe.
Yeah, around
48.
1940s, yeah.
So this book was published in 44. All right. And in Tel Aviv. So that they was just setting it up like, oh, we're gonna take that identity.
Hey, and on top of that, you had the president of Egypt that referenced how the Israelites left black and came back white.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That was
Egypt,
around the same time.
Egypt, yep, the president of Egypt.
You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you the
And they know, man.
The different, like how they basically colonized that land.
Yeah, that's what they know.
Colonized.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even when the French troops was in Africa recently, they were like, "Get out of here, colonizers."
Yeah, that's right.
That's what these elites
and
are known for: taking
Africa.
people's lands, taking their religions, changing the policies. You know, all of that. You know?
And officially, the Bible tells us who we are.
That's
and
right.
we know who we are. And we're not going to back down from who we are. Our nationality, we're the Israelites.
We won't.
Again, whether you like it, believe it, understand it, or not, we know through the Spirit and through prophecy who we are. And the Bible tells us we don't need anybody else to tell us. We know. So, hey, you can get mad, but we know who we are. We're going to stand on it.
That's right.
Hey, Roger, they know who they are.
They're going to stand on business.
You know what it is? They know who we are. That's cool. But they know who they are.
That's right.
Which is more scary.
Just like them spirits. But let me breach this real quick.
They know that they have on the show.
I'm going to breach this real quick. So we can hop back in the scriptures.
But
we just going just to to make a point of going into that World War II thing when they established themselves to be us, But it says in his introduction, he writes that the facts demand a new approach, both to the problem of the relations between the Khazar Jewry and other Jewish communities. All right, and to the question of how far we can go in regarding this Khazar Jewry as the nucleus of the large Jewish settlement in Eastern Europe. All right, so there you go, Eastern Europe, and that's basically where they was fighting at. Because you look at all the land that the Nazis were getting, man, they was crushing shit, man. They was a beast in that time, man. Hitler, he the Lord gave him that drive. He put the spirit on him to take that stuff over because it was his turn, And everybody has to wait their turn. But the Lord, what is he doing? He's saving the best for last. And that's his people. That's us, man. That's why the whole earth, all the different nations, they had a chance to rule. All right, going back, like I made reference, going back to Daniel 7 with the statue. All right, it says the descendants of this settlement, those who stayed where they were, those who immigrated to the United States and to other countries, and those who went to Israel,
Damn, it's an immigrant.
constitute what's that? Constitute now the large majority of world jewelry. All right, so they call themselves something that they're not, man. So they migrated, they were sent different places, and when you look at it, if you go on the map and going through the scriptures, it tells you through the Apocrypha, throughout the Bible. Well, that's all the Bible, but it'll tell you the routes that the different tribes took, the Israelite tribes took,
Yeah.
to get to here, and also you matter of fact, check out prime example, back of this Bible right here, man. Damn, that's crazy. He was in my mind. Paul, all right, Apostle Paul, and now this is Paul's second and third missionary journeys, right? And it's where over here you got Macedonia, this which is Eastern. All right, you got Greece. All these European countries. You got Syria, Cappadocia, all these Galatia, all these places. When you look them up on the modern day map, right, which you got Mediterranean Sea, and look at the routes that they took. All right, you see the routes that he took. So the same thing happened, and what they see the routes, so they know the lands that we traveled through, our ancestors. So now they try to migrate them and line it up with them, and they made their own routes. So when you look at it, you understand the routes that our ancestors took, and then you like, oh snap, like that's off. They going off. Now they ain't go that way. They ain't go this way. They went that way. So now they try to put everything to make it. They really trying to
Make it
be
seem
something
like they the originators.
Yeah, like the scripture said, who say that they are J's and are not.
Come.
Yeah, brother.
That's it on that.
You had something, brother?
Come. I got something in Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17.
Let's get it.
It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them."
That's right.
Ooh.
Yo, that's the Medo-Persians, man.
Yeah.
Which is what? Iraq. All right. The Iranians, those people. All right. Those are the spirits of the Medes, man. God, brother.
It says, "Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it."
That's right. So they don't care about they don't that's it on there. Yeah, so they don't care, like I said, they don't care about your money, man. They don't, Iran, they not saying, we want Babylon's money. They're like, man, F your money. That's why they going with the BRICS. They're following after everybody signed on to the BRICS, man. And like I said, that BRICS whole thing that started with the Brexit, when you go back to that, what's the lady's name, president of I think that not Europe, but what's that, London, somewhere like that. The rest of May, something like that. But when she was in office, I'm not sure if she's still in office, but I remember when she came in, the power or whatever, that's when the British, they was like, man, they started backing away from America. So that started, they was like, and that's like the mother of America for real. The British, that's when they had that war. The British are coming, Paul Revere and all that.
Yup.
So they was fighting. That was the Civil War. So they was trying to fight America. That's where you get your whole Independence Day, 1776. America was trying to fight for the independence from Britain, so they could be their own little nation. You could do whatever the hell you want, But still, even with that, they still have to answer to Britain, man.
Right, because that's when they during the Civil War with the 13 colonies, they eventually had a fucking gold, I think it's like a gold tax or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, that the Brits brought upon America, so they were able to get their sovereign land, but they would have to pay percentage to the Brits.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Even eventually the war, ended. They still, and that just shows you that this is a corporation, because they're paying them. They're paying them percentage. So the Brits, these other overseas, the dukes and all that, they're getting percentage from the corporation of this land that they're making for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy what you said, because like the corporation, America is not a company. I mean, it's not a country, it's a corporation.
Right.
And I forgot what year it was. I gotta look it up again. But it was when America sold. They basically sold America out, man. You go to when you get your birth certificates from, social security cards, uh all that, man. Before birth certificate, social security card, you was just born and just made a documentation of who your parents are, who you were born to. If you were a slave or free, they made documents of that, but you didn't have to have a social security number, a birth certificate, so to speak. And that's the same fabric that your birth certificate and your social security card is printed on is the same fabric that money is printed on, and it has those numbers. Like this is a lottery ticket, but it had the numbers like this on there, which if you can see it, I don't know if you can see that. You see numbers like that, right? I'm thinking about dollar bill, but you see numbers like that. But it'll show you those numbers are an account number. All right. So
Right,
you
right.
become a
product.
yeah, yo, kind of you're in debt. You born in debt. You're in debt to this country, and
Hey, you're property.
oh,
You're property, and you are there. They make money off of you.
that's right.
Right? Whether it's through taxes, whether it's through your labor, right? This is not rocket science.
Hey, if I may say that's why you have on your social security card your name in all capital letters.
That's right.
Because it references as you as a corporation. Is referred to as a straw man. You're a straw man, meaning you're incorporated in this land that you're born in. We're slaves. That's a fucking slave. You're in my land, boy. You know what I'm saying? With their terminology, it's just more modern. So people don't really take heed to that they're still in slavery. A corporation, you're incorporated. And I got that word. But it says to be incorporated in something. Right? Because you got you got shows, reality shows, or people, you're incorporated. You know what I mean? We got you part of us now.
What's that? LLCs. Something pissed me up.
But
I want to rumble. Let's rumble, motherfucker.
All right. So real quick, the word incorporated. It says of a company or other organization formed into a legal corporation. The Incorporated Society of Musicians, giving an example. Then you got similar words, translations, and more definitions. My phone's acting up, that's not popping up, but I mean, you get the point. The point stands that we're incorporated in an organization. When something is organized already, they'll incorporate you into their organization, into their infrastructure, into their ways of policies, with their policies, with the what's those laws that wasn't written, the constitutions, things of that nature. I was reading a book because I worked at I ain't gonna disclose any of that, but anyway, there was a book that I was reading in the job that I was at, and it was stating that we dwell right now in Philadelphia. Not too long ago, they had nothing but factories, right? Not like corner stores, family shops, middle class, organizations, but it was factories run by the elites, run by the, going down to their branches. And they would they would bring in our children, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the big group Israelites, to work for them, to take them out. And they would use the excuse for to lower crime rates. They'll use the excuse to bring in the children of our kind, age of 12, 13, 14, to put them in their factories to stop what crimes, to stop this and that and the third, which is just nothing but modern day slavery. You know? So that's it on that.
You got that, brother? I have a cool.
God,
I got one in Zephaniah after that. But just to back it up, because how he said what we're property, right? Go ahead, brother.
this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 7.
Mm.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Matter of fact, I'll go up maybe like 2 verses.
Right. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
That's right, yo. And that's it. Then that's talking about what? Esau is a proud man. Because he went over the whole 4 corners of the earth to try to dominate, you know. And well, being in this age, we're in America, because back then we wasn't in America. We was over there in the old world, as they call it, you know. And now the Lord got us on the end of the earth, you know, which is over here. The ends of the earth, we're here, prophesying the downfall of this place, and the uprising of Yasharala forever, you know. But like we were saying, basically, like as far as a corporation and everything, like Esau is a proud man, so he goes throughout the whole earth trying to incorporate everything. All right, but watch. Then that goes into the wine, it's his philosophies, his doctrines, and all that. But you got it, bro.
Yeah, book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
That's right. That's why I say even at all, man. Got it.
And is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's right. And that's going into like what we was going into as far as social security cards, birth certificates. Now everybody gotta have it. Also, the basically the ultimate determining factor, which we're in right now, is that MOT to the B, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's when they want to chip everybody up, hip everybody up, and when you do that, you're claiming allegiance to Esau, man. You're claiming him to be your God, just like when you go into like, you know, when you go to school, you know, grade school, preschool, kindergarten, all the way up, college, post grad, all that stuff, man. You know, when they had to do the Pledge of Allegiance, you know, so you bring Pledge of Allegiance to this place, to this country, man. You know, and now they really brainwashing because like, yo, we know we slaves, so now they put you in their schools and make you pledge allegiance to their flag because that's the one that's, you know, that's controlling the whole globe right now. You know, but watch what the Lord said, man. Go ahead, bro.
I got the word real quick though.
For what?
The word pledge.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Real quick. The word pledge. It says the conference ended with a joint pledge to limit pollution. Then it goes in. That's the noun. That's the noun.
Now that's heavy though, real quick, because it says the limit pollution, which we was talking about the trash and everything going into the Valley of Hinnom, which was over there. It's like it was the kind of the outskirts of Jerusalem, and that's where Yahweh Shah was referencing hell to, because they threw all the trash out there and they burnt it. It was garbage. It was trash. So
yeah, we was talking about that.
Yeah. And now you when the brother said what is that the limit what?
It says a solemn promise undertaking the conference ended with a joint pledge to limit pollution.
Yeah, so the limit pollution. So they're trying to say that basically your mind is polluted if you don't go with their ways. So they're trying to limit you, like, oh, get him out of here.
Yeah.
You know, get him out of here. He's going to pollute the whole the rest of the place. So we got to cut him off. You know, the limit pollution. So now when you do it freely, look, matter of fact, prime example. Look, when I believe that was staged and all that anyway. But look what they did with Colin Kaepernick when he took a knee and everything. Oh, you can't take a knee. Look, what's wrong with him? So now they're like, yo, that's pollution. So they had to basically took his endorsements and things like that, but he ended up coming back with some like, man. So, but yo, that's what I'm talking about, like the limit to pollution. So you have to go with everything that's designed in this country and believe them. So they telling you, you got to pledge allegiance to us. They tell you put your hand on your heart, your chest. You know, when that's personal. You know,
which is an oath.
Yeah, it can. That's right. Right now, when you go to courts and everything, they tell you to put your hand on the Bible.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And and the devil's, and that's how you know, like, we know the scriptures is truth, man. They know it's the truth. That's why I tell you, put your hand on the Bible, put your right hand, and all this crazy stuff. They inaugurate
Wow.
presidents like that, so they don't put their hand on the Quran. You know what I'm saying? On the Tanakh, the Talmud, you know.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead,
can
bro.
break it down.
What's that?
No, it goes into
bro.
no, but it say no.
Nah, bro, you got
No, I was looking because I know you.
it.
I know you. No, but it goes into uh, number 2, the law, right? It says
Mhm.
it says a thing that is given as security for the fulfillment of a contract
Oh shit.
or the payment or a debt and is liable to 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 forfeit in the event of failure. He had given the object as a pledge to a creator, and then they give the words bond, security,
There you go.
deposit,
Go ahead.
um, damn, collateral.
And watch this, yo. Watch what the brother got. What I called
So it
out.
says
Check it out.
commit a personal or organization by a solemn promise.
That's right.
It
God.
says give as security on on a loan
Mm-hmm.
the creditor to whom the land is pledged.
Now, yo, that's heavy. Cause now, look, check it out. You go into
Damn.
that's heavy. Just that word, because this how I know America sold you out. Cause they sold you to these other nations for collateral. Because they took a debt out. That's where you get the USA debt clock from. When they borrowed
Right.
all that money from China in the first Great Depression, right? Now we're about to come into the second Great Depression, which this is this country going down. But when America borrowed all that money from China, China said, "How are you going to pay us back all this money that we're going to lend you, whatever?" And they was like, "Well, through the citizens." And that's where you get your birth certificate, your social security cards from. Now they gave you that, and that's what that number I said, that's an account number on there. So they're telling you, like, yeah, well, they belong to us. So basically America pledged you to be to a debt. They put you in debt, man.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't go to the hospital and you have a baby, and you have a baby, like, say, in the house or something, and you don't report it, they come and snatch that baby up, man.
Yeah.
They going to get that baby a social security card and a birth certificate.
And it's heavy that you say that, bro, because now they're creating a fucking military state for the IRS. They are now arming
Yeah, they
the
have it.
IRS.
They got guns and all that.
Like, yo, they're having
It's like
personal security for
Yeah.
these different corporations.
That's right, bro.
Corporate, which is the elites,
Gun.
IRS, coming to collect, like things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving weapons. They even stating that they're gonna give weapons to FEMA. That FEMA is gonna be allowed to carry arms. You know what I mean? Which was given powered by who? Trump.
That's right.
So that just shows you that that's a corporated land. That like BlackRock, corporations like that was given publicity to give to the peons, because it's all chess. It's all levels.
Yeah,
know
it's
what I
all
mean?
levels that get you twisted up. I mean,
That's
just look at this, how they run the system, right? Here you pay for something, right? Right, for 30 years. Guess what? They can still take it from you.
That's right.
If you don't pay your taxes,
That's right. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
can still take it from you.
Yeah.
They want you in debt. They give you the credit cards, right? How they
Right.
prey on these college students, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got $30,000 a year in debt, right?
Mm.
Before you even know it, before
That's
you
right.
even make any type of money.
Yo, before you even come out of
you're in debt, and they charge you all these overcharges, right?
Yeah.
Interest rates, right?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that's heavy. That's
So
heavy.
they can keep you occupied. They want you to do.
That's right.
And if
Yeah.
you don't follow what they want you to do, what do they do?
Take it
They'll
away.
take your livelihood,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Again, just totally unrighteous.
Yo, and that's heavy that the brother said that, because that's the truth, man. Yo, I remember when I went to computer school, my they got me too, man. They was like, "Oh, man, we in debt now." They was like, "You in debt?" That's what they was pushing. You in debt. You in debt. you know, you're paid off once you get your good job and this, that. But he was like, man, you're going to die in debt. That's what my professor said, Mr. Thompson. I was like, man, what? You're going to die in debt? That shit is crazy. And they give you that little loan. They give you a grant and then a loan. But I think the grant was less than the loan. They wanted you to pay the bulk of it back. This is a little small ass school, Sitdown Institute.
Yeah, it's slick move.
Yeah, it was Sitdown Institute.
Yeah.
But now what you brought out, that pledge, yo, watch this. Matter of fact, because this is about Habakkuk, right? And yo, Habakkuk prophesied this in the 7th century, yo, of BCE to 598 BCE.
Mm.
You know, that's when he was prophesying. And he's prophesying to Judah. You know, that's what he was prophesying to. But check it out. Watch what Habakkuk said. I'm gonna go when the brother finishes that. I'm gonna go to Zephaniah.
Not disturbed.
Huh? Yeah, that's cool. But now bring it up, bro. Watch, because the pledge. Remember the word pledge and what it means, and watch what they're gonna do. You got it, bro.
Come. It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, down to 6. Take it back. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
That's right.
And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
That's right.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
And you got that thick clay is debt. You know, that's the debt that America borrowed that money. And they keep, now you got sanctions and this and all that.
Sanctions, yeah. That's why they got the debt clock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's constantly going up.
And now you got bankers that's fleeing the states.
Yeah, how it is.
You know, especially now.
And yo, that's crazy because it says debt. So who could you only be in debt to but a bank or a corporation?
Right.
You know, we in debt to the Lord. You know, that's on a spiritual level.
Right.
But this is talking about some physical Babylonian bullshit that they got us in. You know.
Yeah.
So check it out. And yo, and that's what the brother reading too. That's a prophecy about all the other nations. They looking at America like, oh man, they keep trying to take over this land, that land, like that don't belong to them.
Yep.
This is not their land. Why do you think the president, I forgot what country it was over there in the land of Canaan, which you know it as Africa, you know, the land of Ham, they kicking them out. They kicking them Edomites out, you know. And matter of fact, not only just Edomite, if you were an American, they want your ass out of there, man.
Yeah, they call them colonizers.
Yeah.
Right.
And not just that, they'll send the CIA, the military, to stir up strife, right? So that there's civil discord, like a civil
unrest.
Civil unrest, right? In all these lands, right? And they'll tell you that's what they do, right? And be proud of it.
Yeah.
That's in the history books.
Ministers.
Yeah, that's in the history book.
They even got many movies on it, like called Blood Diamond. You know, where they were taking their resources from there and they was bringing the United Nations to block the civilians out. You know what I'm saying? And you come from overseas, bro. How you bringing your nations to our land to take our resources over an agreement you have with the politicians that's corrupting the high.
Right.
It shows, they just, you know what I mean? Like it shows how all of it's corrupt, man.
And they'll take the mineral resources from one land and sell it back to them for double.
Yeah.
Usually. Right, there you go.
Go figure that. You know, because everything that we get from here, that we wear, your clothes from overseas.
Right.
You know, everything the cars is overseas.
Yeah.
Everything that's over here is from overseas.
Okay.
You know?
That's how you know it's a corporation.
You
know what I mean? And on top of that, that's why
you know, and that's why the scriptures speak about Revelation, I believe this the 16th or 17th chapter, which says the nations are mad.
Okay.
You know,
talk about the merchants in the streets.
Right, I'll get that.
Finish that real quick.
Come on. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
That's right.
And awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
See, that's it.
Spoiled.
That's right. That was my point right there. You know, and because what? America sold us out.
Yeah.
So he said, talking about Babylon. So everything that you know, that who you sold out or whatever, you're gonna be booties, man. Matter of fact, That was what verse was that?
7.
So the word Buddha in the con.
God.
Was basically like bro said spoils, and I also have one in Zephaniah 1 and 3. It goes Slock at 13, which goes right hand in hand with what the brother just read. You know, what's the 3? That's how we go 3, right?
2.
Yeah, 2 and 7. It's the word for booties. But the style is booty. So, so I just play it. So you hear it.
Strong's H 4933. Meshisa.
What's it say? And it says Ma Shasa. Mashasa. All right, which is booty, spoil you, plunder. All right. So that's basically like the brother says, booty, spoils, plunder, because they're gonna take this place down. They're gonna plunder it underneath their feet. And yo, and how you know it's the truth? Because why you think now you really think about it. Why the hell do you think Joe Biden is allowing all these immigrants to come? Well, they're not immigrants, but you know what I mean. Immigrants to come here from all over China, Iran, uh, uh, Ukraine, you know, and a lot of you guys, a lot of these men, some of them are secret
Soldiers
soldiers.
for other countries.
They're
Yeah.
kind,
Soldiers,
like NATO and
agents.
that, and that's what they're coming to collect their debt, man. You know, this Zephaniah with Zephaniah, and he's another prophet. Zephaniah is another prophet that was in the 7th century, man. He prophesied. He was on the scene with Josiah, the king of Judah. You know, which he was on the scene from 640 BCE to 609 BCE, to give you a little time frame of when he was prophesying and who he was prophesying to. All right, but Zephaniah 1 and 13, it says, therefore their goods. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 12. It says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled in their lees. And they, Salakia, that say in their heart, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will not do good, neither will he do evil. You know, you got men now like that. You know, false doctrines, you got false prophets out here telling you everything's going to be all right. You know, you're going to get raptured out of here before Jacob's trouble. It's a whole bunch of madness, false doctrines, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Bullshit.
yeah. So, you know, the Lord is like, man, because let's say, since judgment is not expediently, you know, they continue to do wickedness. Roughly paraphrasing. Also, it tells you, what's the other one? Oh, it says, where's the promise of his coming? You know, that's what they said. Where's the promise of coming?
The fathers fell asleep.
Yeah,
They continue. That's 1 Peter 3.
It's verse.
That's generational, because if you think about it, man, you know, the Lord shut his mouth for a while, right, throughout certain periods of generations. Now he's bringing us back to our remembrance, knowing the name, knowing these prophecies. When Yahushua revealed the 7 seals, it was a particular time for us to know that. Now, who we are and what time we live.
Woke up.
You know?
You know? Because he had what? We knew the name in our past lives. We was in our lot. We knew the name.
Hey, he said he always kept the remnant.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So,
and then when you come back, it says death wipes away all memories. So when we died, we had to come back and learn again. You know, but the Lord, he like you said, he brings it back to your memory. You know, it's Zephaniah 1 and 13. It says, therefore, their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. And that's talking about Judah back then. You know, they was made spoils booty. You know, so why not the same with America, man? Because they neglected the Lord. You know, where's his promise? He's not going to do good. He's not going to do evil. We're just going to continue to do wickedness. You know, and that's a Jake mentality. Until the hammer comes down, then all of a sudden, oh, pray for me, pray for my family, my mother, and not, nah, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord's been talking. You know, like I always say, we're not going to be out there on the hobbies too much longer, man. With these draconian laws they have coming, you know, their whole objective is to kill the Israelites, man. That's the whole objective, man.
And we wasn't brought over here to flourish.
Huh.
We ain't come over here in yachts.
Huh.
These are modern day
Ooh, matter of fact.
plantations.
There's more on this too.
Good.
You
Bring it
know,
out, bro. Bring it out.
There's modern day plantations. So
I
you
got
go to
it.
work to pay to, like the scriptures say, you know what, you don't eat. And it's all saying that because of the captivity that we was going to be in, whatever generation it is. You know what I mean? Because of the sins that our people committed as a nation. So that's why we're going to suffer that. That's why we got to, you know. We got to go.
Hey,
I got to precept after you too.
in 2 Peter 3, it says what? The Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
That's right,
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So, hey, judgment is coming.
That's right.
Come.
Verse 8, though, on this Habakkuk 2, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
And yo, time.
Yo, come.
Yo, that's right.
That's
Because look at you know all the violence that goes on here. Just look at this movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom, I believe, and that's where you get where Willie Lynch got his stuff from. You know, just the mindsets and how they destroyed our people. And they studied us, man, and broke us, man.
That's a heavy ass, you know.
They wore the saints down, man.
That's
You know, so the what it said, the violence and the blood, the innocent blood, man. They said the blood of the saints, man. You know, which is us. And we didn't know that we was the saints, man. We had to learn that, man. You know, start with our apostles and elders, man. Going to their elders, man. You know, when they was out there in Times Square, you know, High Priest Yaquad, man. You know, High Priest Ariyah and all them brothers, man. You know, they put the groundwork in. So the Lord dealt with them so he could deal with us so that we could get those names.
Right.
And that we could continue to teach the gospel. You know, and that's all through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh Shai, because without that we had nothing, man.
Nothing.
You know, we're nothing, man. You know, we're just earth and ashes. And that's why when the Lord deals with you, that's why he's supposed to be that much more humble, man, because he can do whatever he wants to. You know, like look, my situation now, I can't even freaking walk, but we still got to serve the Lord. You know, and that's just that's a part of this gospel, man. Like,
hey, you're gonna suffer.
Yeah, kind of Lord put it on you.
Hey, we expect to suffer.
That's right.
In this thing.
That's right. Let's say thinking not a strange thing.
Right.
But not when you go through tribulation, man. Because like you know, I've been reading Job a lot, man. And the more Job went through, the closer it brought him to Yahweh Shai, man. You know, even though his wife was talking shit, his friends, you know, his brothers, all that, man. He lost everything.
Hey.
But the one thing he didn't lose, which is one of the greatest things, the greatest gift on earth is faith, man.
It's his faith, right?
And his integrity.
And you know what? The
You
Lord
lose that,
did
you
that.
lose everything.
Yeah.
When the Lord breaks you down, it's to build you back up better, but
That's
it's
what
more
that
to
dream you
take you out from this world, from this society.
had.
When you go through pain, you go through adversity, everybody is comfortable with whatever you want to call it. Their jobs, their woman, their kids, their family, whatever. However, their bodies, whatever they flourish in. When the Lord breaks you down, like the scripture said, the Lord chastises those he loves.
That's right.
You know, so he loves you, so he's going to take you away from something that's wicked, from evil. You might not know. You might feel like, yo, this is a good thing. This is momentarily. This is where we at right now. I got to do this. He's going to take that away. He did it to the best. To bring him closer to him.
Right.
Because he knows what he give you. He knows he could give you double. He created it all. You know?
And he shows you he shows you who people are in your life too.
Mm,
You know,
that's right.
because hey, what does it say? The rich man's extolled to the clouds, right?
When the
But-
rich man is speaking, right?
Right. And so when you up, you got a whole lot of friends around you. You saw that with all these celebrities, right? They got a gang of friends around them when they got all these
Yeah,
riches.
right.
But when they go broke,
Don't nobody
everybody's
know.
gone.
They want to take his ass down.
Your so-called friends is going
Mhm.
talking about you.
Yeah.
Now they getting on TV shows talking about all the
Yeah.
bad things you did,
Got
right?
Diddy.
Yeah.
Got Diddy ass.
You know? So, hey, but again, we look for the hasting until the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashim Shai.
That's right.
It says, where in the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved,
Mm.
the element shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth
That's right.
wherein dwelleth righteousness.
That's
We
right.
just want to live righteousness.
That's right.
That's it. Leave us alone.
Right.
You know? But we know you're not going to leave us alone. We know we're supposed to suffer here,
Ooh.
right? And be vexed
Mm.
with all this filthy conversation and everything else that's going on.
Okay.
But hey, we're going to put our trust and faith in Yahweh Bashim Shah.
That's
And
right.
like the brother said, it's through his spirit, power, grace, and mercy that we're still here.
Okay, that's right.
You know?
You
And
should
we-
have been dead.
Right.
That's the spirit, bro. That you said that. Cause this precept.
John, and that was 2 Peter 3, 12 and 13.
Yo, that's heavy. Cause yo, the brother said, man, and that we was watching the bishops earlier. I think it was Bishop Manatazak. No, not Bob. Manatazak. Cause Manatazak, Bob, he died in
South Carolina.
Yeah, Elder Tazarian on there from the the bishops of GMS.
Yeah.
The other
Benjamin
brothers.
Elder.
Yeah, kind of Tazarian.
Okay.
But he mentioned the same thing the brother just said as far as we should have been dead, man. You know, look at the food that we eat and everything. And one of the bishops gave a testimony that they was going to that sleep paralysis.
Mm.
And like how it's a demon, he said he had it. And this brother, he's heavy with the like knowledgeable with articles, information. He was one of the others that gave me the information on the cure for AIDS and everything. And it's crazy because I mentioned that to the brother earlier, and then they started going into that. I was like, oh shit. I just like told the brother, like, damn, they was going into the whole AIDS and everything like that. Which we have a certain gene in our body. And these damn devils didn't know about it. So, the Lord gave him the knowledge to be able to break our bodies down, whoever he wants to, And
They say
wickedness.
they make a scripture speak about Esau making a diligent search.
Okay.
Yeah.
They diligently through their technology.
They're trying to kill us.
You know what I mean? They study us only
take our
to
blood,
find out
right?
how to control us.
Yeah.
Right.
Only
Yeah.
to find out what we can, what we're immune to, what
Right.
we're
All these
not.
vaccines,
Mentally,
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
spiritually,
They did that again,
emotionally,
man. Yeah.
through television,
Right.
through education, and then it goes down to the scriptures.
Yeah.
Really now we can fully take them away
Right.
spiritually.
Yeah.
Now we got all this, we studied them, but the Lord, what the scriptures say, you cannot pluck the elect out of the Lord's hands.
Right.
No, that's
No
good.
matter
Predestinated.
That's y'all building up.
Predestinated.
Y'all building up to this precept.
Niggas.
Spirit. But nah, this is Matthew, and that's heavy because, like I always say, these spirits know exactly who you are, man. They know exactly who you are, and they want to take your ass out.
Like
Quick,
that
man.
scripture I sent you the other day in Luke, where it said, if there's 99 sheep, and there's one,
Come.
you know what I mean?
But they wanna take you out, man.
Right.
And but they know, but see, and that's the mercy of Yahweh outside because, he here protect you, But check it out. This is Matthew chapter 2, verse 1. This is when Yahweh was born. All right, and this is the point for me bringing out because they always wanted to kill us. And that. But I'm bringing out Yahweh, he's the ultimate example. But it happened to Moses too. That's why Asbah had to throw him in the in that little
Like that little nest
makeshift
thing.
raft type joint.
Yeah.
Sent him down the Nile to Pharaoh's daughter grabbed him. This is Matthew chapter going to Yahweh, Matthew 2:1. It says, now when Yahweh was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod, the king of the king, behold, I think this was had a couple. And yo, it's funny because when Yahweh Shah was on the scene,
That's where
it was a
Herod,
couple of Herods.
that's where Herod the Great was on.
I think
during
they did
Yahweh Shah.
about the nah, but you had a couple. This when he was born.
You know what I'm
Because you
saying?
had Herod the Great, you had Herod the Teacher.
The Great
But
was
this was
Yahweh
the
Shah.
one, this the one was, nah, watch. I'm sure I'm talking about. Because you're going in, because Yahweh Shai had to flee. No, not him, but Mary and Joseph had to flee until this Herod died
They went to
for
Egypt.
him to come back. Okay.
Gone.
So this is, let me see. I think this was, Herod was, I think, I want to say this was the Great, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know this is the Herodian Empire.
Herodian dynasty.
Dynasty. So that was the Herod's, you know, his descendants and everything,
Right.
which is Edomites. Let me see. I'm gonna just read it. It says Herod means heroic. The name of the royal family that flourished among the Jews in the time of Hamashiach, what Christ says, and the apostles. So yeah, so you got it was a couple of Herods. It says Herod. It said the apostles. Herod the Great was the son of Antipas of Idumea, appointed king of Judea, 40 BC by the Roman Senate at the suggestion of Anthony and with the consent of Octavian. He at length overcame the great opposition which the country made to him and took possession of the kingdom 37 BC. It says that after the battle of Actium, he was conferred by Octavian, whose favor he ever enjoyed. He was brave and skilled in war, learned in what's this sagacious, but also extremely suspicious and cruel. Now that's why I'm gonna read this because like now he was a king, right? So when he heard of Yahweh Shah coming, and he's like, oh, he's gonna be the king of the Jews. He like, hold up, I'm already king over him, you know. So he looked at it like it was disrespect to him. So he figured like, oh, this king gonna try to take me out. Now say he's skilled in war.
Yeah, like
You know, so he was there, so he ready to go to war with him, like, oh, another king come. Now I'm killing you. And he wanted to kill him before he even came. This is my point. He wanted to kill him before, you know, he came into his ministry, you know, his ministry to come and because yo, I'm telling you, like these spirits know who you are and they want to take you out before you can even come into your ministry and reach the people that you're supposed to reach, who the Lord set up for you to reach.
Hey, if I made that's they said the king of the Jews was born.
That's what I was
He
saying.
said he was gonna be a
That's what they
governor.
said, yeah.
A governor's gonna be on his shoulders.
So,
So he's like, yo, how he's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, he was jealous. He was just like now. And real quick, I made just like now. You got these elites. They know that the apostles, they try to buy them out. They knew that we started to develop in our progress and remembering who we
so
are.
that John caught effed up, huh?
Yeah, Raza. But they knew that we was gonna come back in our rulership, knowing who we are. You know what I mean? So they try to, in other words, they try to disrupt prophecy.
Okay.
You know?
It says, going back into it about Herod, it says, hence he destroyed the entire royal family of the Hasmoneans, put to death many of the Jews that oppose his government. You see that? That's what he's talking about. As he destroyed a whole family, man. You know, it says that oppose the government and proceeded to kill even his dearly beloved wife, Miriam, of the Hasmonean line, and his 2 sons she had borne him. So this dude, he was a tyrant, man.
All
right.
Bro.
It says by these acts of bloodshed and especially by his love and imitation of Rome, Roman customs and institutions, and by the burdensome taxes imposed upon his subjects, he so alienated the Jews that he was unable to regain their favor by his splendid restoration of the temple, and other acts of magnificence. He died in the 70th year of his age, the 37th year of his reign, the fourth before the Dionysian era. In his closing years, John the Baptist and Hamashiach were born. You see that? And that's the dude I'm talking about. This Herod right here. All right. And now this was John the Baptist, because John the Baptist and Yahushua, they're first cousins. They were in the womb. Well, Mary was pregnant, and John's mother was pregnant, and they was in the womb, and they're happy, But it says Matthew narrates that he commanded all the male children under 2 years old in Bethlehem to be slain. All right, so that's the Herod that he passed when he was 70. He was 70 years old, But it says going back, Matthew chapter 2 and verse 2, it says saying. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to verse 1 again. Matthew chapter 2 and 1, it says, Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born king of the Jews? And that's what the brother was saying. Like, you looking at it like, it's another king being born. Like, who the F is he, man? He going to kill him, just like we just read about it. This man wanted to kill his wife and his children. So he ain't had no picks, man. It says, saying, Where is he that is born king of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, which, that star was a chariot, and that chariot was leading the wise men to come to see Yahushua. It says, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled. So much trouble on my mind. And this is crazy, because I was going to do a lesson on this, going into Esau's mind is plagued, man. Because when Herod heard there was another king, the king of the Jews, he messed his whole head up. He like, oh man, he thinking that he's about to come out of power right then and there. Right. But it wasn't. The Lord ain't set it up for him to come out of power. Then he was basically, he knew through the Spirit that once Yahushua came on the scene, that was the beginning of the end for the Roman Empire, man. So when he heard these words, he was troubled, man. His mind got plagued. Like, oh shit, I'm about to lose everything. So that's why he put this order out. But it says, and all Jerusalem with him. All right. It says, and when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Hamashiach should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophecy. So these people, just like Herod knew about prophecy, so do these people now, because they back in reincarnation. So they got the same agenda as Herod had. And you about to see just how serious we think it's a game now. You about to see just how serious we talking, man. He about to round you. I'm telling you, they want to kill you, man. If you're a prophet, they want you dead, man.
Right. And when it's off the streets, off the internet, and
everything.
Yeah, they want to shut us up. And
the airways.
They're gonna do it by any means necessary.
That's right.
Right. And guess what? But we want to keep our faith. We're gonna pray for that faith. Pray for more faith.
That's right.
Right? To be like the 7 brothers and the mother.
That's right, yeah.
Right?
To
face adversity to the end.
That's right.
That we may be saved, because that's going to be the true salvation.
That's the real state. That's crazy. I ain't even tell y'all. That's the topic of the video. Salvation is the goal.
Because the last The last enemy to conquer is death.
Come on, man.
Because that's what it all boils down
Come
to.
on, man. Come on, man.
That's the spirit.
It says, verse 6 says, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, art not the least among the prince of Judah. For out of thee shall come, the brother said, a governor that shall rule my people Israel. So Herod, like I said, he was already a king over him. The Lord had appointed him to rule at that time, man. You know, so now when he heard about Yahushua coming, just like now, once they started, when them devils start seeing us come on the highways and hedges, well, going back to our high priest Ariel, going way back to Rabbi Abba Bivens, right? Elder Rabbi Abba Bivens, going back to him, which we believe to be John the Baptist, in our time, because he turned back the hearts of the Father to the children, and the children's hearts back to him, because we being the children turns back to our Father, and we know his name and his son's name, his true names in the Hebrew, and he turned the Father back to us. So that's why he started giving us his name again, waking us up and everything. So when they started saying that, they got trouble. Same way Pharaoh saw, but they still in power. We not in power yet, but that was the start of the plague of their minds, man. That's why they throughout, the prophecy, they watching prophecy, saying what's saying, but they want to upset prophecy. And the whole point is, I'm gonna get to it. But it
I
says,
got a precept to back you up too.
go ahead, bro.
No,
What were you saying just now?
for what you
What I
bring
just
out,
read?
I got a precept
All right,
to back you up. Yeah.
Come. It says, verse 7, it says, then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently, what time the star appeared? Because he wanted to know.
Can I bring this out there?
He said, what time did this star appear? Because he wanted to know, because he's trying to see, like I said, that star was a chariot, and they knew that back then. So he's trying to pinpoint, okay, it appeared at this time, or he's going to be the king. So in his mind, he's determining how he's already silent Yahushua. Like, I'm going to kill him before he even get in power, because he knew the prophecy, man. Go ahead, bro.
Come, real quick. Isaiah, this is in, mind you, this is Old Testament, right? Isaiah 9, verse 6, it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders.
Shoulder. Right on point.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
And see that? And those are titles. That's not his name.
Right.
Because it said his name shall be called. And that's his base. His name is Yahushua, which means he's the deliverer. But it's so beautiful to call that name, man.
And that's for all you who don't think Yahushua was spoken of.
Yeah, kind of. In the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, yeah,
exactly.
for you Old Testament, Old Testament Israelites.
Right.
Y'all the same niggas that denied him when he came, man.
Yeah.
When he told you,
Right.
that scripture's talking about me. They like, whatever.
Right.
I mean, this says verse 8, it says, and he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child. See that? And when ye have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. And damn, that's crazy, because I said it was a chariot, and that's proving it, because it guided them, just like going back into what the Exodus. It was a cloud by day, fire by night. That was a chariot. Got him through the lead him to Mount Sinai. Yeah, But I'm trying to get right to the point, man. Skip down, because the point. All right, here it goes. All right, verse 12. Jump to verse 12. It says, and being warned of the Most High in the dream that they should not return, just now these the wise men, that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. All right, so the Lord guided him and told him, like, listen, I'm going back to that dude. And this is how I know that the Lord has his angels. So he said, give his angels charge over thee. You got a hedge about you. You know, if the Lord is dealing with you. It says that when they were departed, behold, the angel of Yahweh appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. And that's the whole point right there. He wanted to seek him to destroy him. So he was like, and yo, if you're a prophet now, they want the same thing, man.
Yeah.
They seeking to destroy you, but they know like, yo, they couldn't like, and y'all, this is a King Herod, man. Power, he had power to do so. But yo, that's how you know that the Yahweh, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Yahweh, the ultimate king. So he controlled them. It was to the hearts of the kings in the hands of the Lord. You know, so he was his mind. He was like, all right, I'm gonna put this plague on him, make him want to go destroy him. So I'm gonna deal with him how I deal with him, to Herod. But at the same token, I'm showing you like, yo, I told you this child was coming through prophecy, and who he is, that's who he's going to be. And can't nobody stop that.
Hey, you know what?
You know?
He's the Lord is the one that's hardening, he's hardening Pharaoh's heart.
That's right, bro. That's right.
You know what I mean?
But he's
hardening the king's hearts now.
That's right, God.
To keep us in, in that state until the time be.
Yeah, and it's also allows us to do wisdom too, because Joseph and Mary, we just want to stay here, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Con. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
They flee. You got to use wisdom,
Con.
right? You can't act like, particularly this ain't our time to be doing anything to anybody, right?
That's right. Yep.
So if we see ourselves in a situation, hey, just get up out of there, right? We don't have to prove anything to anybody.
That's right.
We're not trying to. We're just
right.
trying to stay in the scriptures, keep the law, statutes, commandments, and live righteous.
That's right.
Hey, you guys do what you want to do. We're not gonna be of this world. We're gonna be separated from it.
That's right.
And focus on the Bible.
That's right.
And our law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Right. So we can be plugged back into our power source.
Right.
And we got to be wise. Because if you're outside, who are we?
Exactly. Ooh, man. Listen.
That's a good point. And because that was when Ray was killing the firstborn.
Yeah.
He was a baby.
Right.
He was a baby, so the parents had to get him up out of there.
That's right. Yeah.
They didn't know what he was going in.
Right.
That's
the
a heavy
parents
point.
knew. So that had to have a type of faith on them to bring it. Yo, we had to Egypt. You know what I mean? Because they feared. They knew what was going on at that time.
Right.
Yo, he's killing all of them.
Right.
No, that's my son. Fuck that. We out.
Yeah.
Now you gotta think like that's Jake. Like, yeah, this crack ain't killing our kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? We out of here.
Yeah.
So you gotta think like, yo, that's
But
it was a time and a season for everything. You know.
Then you also got to understand that the Lord had to have a hedge on him, because look how many Israelite male children died. Because he put the order out to kill all the firstborn male children. All right, and that also tells you how important that a male Israelite is, man. All right, ain't saying nothing about the women. They weren't trying to kill none of the women, man.
Right, yeah, good
it's
point.
all about the men.
Yeah, God.
You know, these women come and talk. I'm not saying that they're not significant, but it's about the Israelite man. You know?
Yeah. It's a. What he was trying to do was kill off that root.
That's right.
That lineage, that direct
That's
source.
what they want.
The direct source don't come from the woman.
And yeah, that's
the roots don't come from the woman. That's why. Because even they knew. Even the heathens know that.
That's right.
You know.
That's a beautiful point, because like he said, they want to kill the root, which that he's the government is going to lay on his shoulders. So he's the chief cornerstone.
Right.
And you got a chief cornerstone, you build your foundation on that rock. You know, and Peter we all stones. So if you cut off the foundational stone, you can't build, man. And that's what Herod the Great was trying to do. Which actually, Herod, which was named Antipas, the son of Herod the Great. He was the one that got John the Baptist said, well, he was the one that had him beheaded through the through his
woman and
wife.
shit.
Yeah, it was through his wife because John the Baptist he was teaching the word, man, and he got on him for sleeping with his brother-in-law's uh, uh his brother-in-law's wife.
Oh.
And John the Baptist got on his ass. He rebuked him, man. It says it right here too. His name was Philip, right? Matter of fact, read a little bit of it, going into it, because it says Herod's surname Antipas was son of Herod the Great, and Matthias, and Samaritan woman. After the death of his father, he was appointed by the Romans tetrarch of Galilee and Perea. His first wife was the daughter of Aretas, king of Arabia, but he subsequently reputed her and took to himself Herodias, the wife of his brother Herod Philip. See, it says, and in consequence, Aretas, his father-in-law, made war against him and conquered him. He cast John the Baptist into prison because John had rebuked him for his unlawful connection, and afterwards, at the instigation of Herodias, see, Herodias, his wife, he ordered him to be beheaded, induced by her, so he went to Rome to obtain from the emperor the title of king, but in consequence of the accusations brought against him by Herod Agrippa I, Caligula banished him in 39 A.D. to Lugdunum in Gaul, where he seems to have died. He was light-minded, sensual, and vicious. But see, that's the reason why he had John the Baptist put to death. Why? Because he was a king for one, and John went at him like, "Yo, man, you ain't supposed to be sleeping with your you took your brother, your father-in-law's wife. That's crazy." So he rebuked him, man, and he couldn't take it. And Herodias heard that shit. And she and the woman, and she was with it. So now she ordered. So she had to be what they say, cunning. So she basically beguiled the king. She beguiled the king, and that's the nature of the woman. She beguiled the king, got him to consent into whatever she wanted, got him drunk and everything. He's like, oh, whatever the queen wants, she could get and everything. Now, when she said it, he marked it. He made his word. As a king, as a man, you have to keep your word. So that's why that they beheaded John the Baptist, man. But he was there, and that was so his Herod Great, he couldn't get it done. And John the Baptist and Yahushua was born around the same time. They wasn't too far apart, in about, I think, the same year, but it's was that like between the 4th and 6th century BCE when they were born. And
yeah, that's wicked as shit.
Yeah. So he had him. So they put him to death. So now, why do you think they want to put us to death? Why? Because we're exposing their lives, and we're rebuking them, man. We're rebuking them through the spirit and power. Y'all watching me outside.
What it says, word shall reach to the gates of the noble.
That's right, Con. And that, and did not John the Baptist's words reach to the gates of the nobles? Right. He was in his ear.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He was in his ear, man.
And we talked about an account where Yahushua was a baby. There's also an account where Yahushua was preaching, right? And they say, this is in John 10, it said, makest thyself God, right? And then jump to the point, it says, therefore they sought against to take him, but he escaped out of the hand and went away again beyond Jordan into the place where John at first baptized, and there he abode. So again, hey, he's using wisdom. He said, I got to get up out of here.
That's right.
Because it's not my time. So Jake want to again think he can do something and claim it as something else, right? But no, don't take your time before it's
too late.
Right. Yeah. Have the faith in Yahweh Shah. But don't do something because you think you got to prove something. No, Yahweh Shah showed an example, because he was going back and forth, with the Pharisees and Sadducees, right? Or even the people, even just
You know what? Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
he know I gotta get out of here.
He fled.
Yeah.
Yo, what's that in
Yeah,
Isaiah?
even when King David fled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
ooh.
Right.
you flee where the scriptures speak about, I believe in Proverbs, a prudent man, when he perceived the evil, he hid
That is up.
himself. So
That's
we're
right.
wise in the sense of we're watching, we're praying, we're seeing. You know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Right.
That's right.
We're seeing what's going on.
That's right.
So Rock says, be not ignorant of anything small or great matter.
That's right.
Roughly paraphrase. So, you know, we're not going to be sitting ducks neither.
Right.
You know, the Lord's going to have us as pilgrims on that day.
That's right.
You know,
So you're gonna look
and that just builds up faith. That builds up. That's because, hey, man, you know, we're heading to the time of the hour of temptation.
Right.
It's going to be the greatest temptation.
And then coming down with great wrath. So we gotta be smarter. You know, but you're not stopping nothing.
That's
You
right.
saw.
That's right.
You know.
At all. Not a mother tucking.
And what's heavy about that is what? The Lord always started at his house first.
That's right.
From Yahushua to all these generations, from the apostles, even with now. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see how it ends up here. We're still going through it, but you know, the scriptures say the things that was written, Paul stated, the things that was written aforetime was written for our learning.
Right. So again, Esau, you can take us off the streets.
You can eat a
Right.
dick.
Let me so you can see what I'm saying. You can take us off the streets, right? You could ban us. You can ban us from YouTube.
God.
You can ban the Bible, but guess what? It's now in our inward parts. How much from Shah is gonna put this word in our inward part? So hey, you're not stopping anything, and you can't take anything from the prophets. Where will we be of that number?
God.
Yo, wow, that's crazy what you just said. Check this, man. That's the spirit out. Because we remember I mentioned about Yahushua being with that chief cornerstone, right? And all the Herod tried to take that stone, so we wouldn't have had no foundation to build off of, right? And the brother says on our inward part, check it out. That's the spirit, right? This is our 1 Peter chapter 2, starting at verse 4. You know, and the headline says, as lively stones we are. You know, it says, to whom coming as unto a lively stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen by the Most High and precious. And yo, that's like men. What the man want to do the outside? They want to kill him, man. You know, along with the prophets, they want to kill them, and they did kill a lot of prophets, man. You know, look what happened to John the Baptist, man. They got him, you know, beheaded him, and that's for rebuking. So, modern day, you know, you go against the ones that's in control, which are those top bankers, and you got the Jays. They the ones ruling. So you go against them. Ultimately, they don't want to cut your head off, man, because they trying to take your place. But as conservative brother says on our inward parts, right? It says, ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house. So that's just the inside, you know. The things are written on your inward parts, man. You know, it's going to be. As far as what we do now, it's on our inward parts. It's in our minds. We know.
Yeah, we're not just bringing out these scriptures just because we read the Bible back and forth 5 or 10 different times. Because we got a lot of people in the Christian church who will tell you they read the Bible back and forth, back and all that.
Bible 10 times.
Right, and can't break down scripture.
Yeah, John 3:16. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, just like we're able to roughly paraphrase a lot of scriptures, right? And so that lets you know that it has nothing to do with, because I know plenty of people that said they didn't read the Bible back. Give me a couple of scriptures that you know.
Right.
They definitely got one, that John 3:16, and maybe another one, right? And maybe another, but they can't break anything down. They can't break.
They got that shit tatted on them.
Or I can do all things.
Yep.
Right. That's another one.
Yeah. God,
yeah. Through strength that strengthens me, right? But we go back and forth just through our conversation, right? And bring about 30, 40, 50 different scriptures sometimes, right?
Can't even get to them all.
Yeah.
Off the dome.
Yeah. Right. and don't even understand how we just know it, right? Or something that just pops up in our mind. Oh, I got you. Right?
Yep,
Yeah.
That's the spirit. That's the
Right?
spirit.
Yeah. So that lets us know that Lord willing be that number, but that the Spirit is working with us, right?
Right,
So it's not. I'm not saying to the point where it's written in our inward parts like in Hebrews, right? But I'm saying because the Lord, is supping with us, and again, Lord willing be that number, we are able to break down these scriptures, and again, starting with our apostle, that was a GMS, that we learn from, but also we do our own diligent study.
That's right, Con.
Right?
That's what we taught.
Right.
As we were taught, man.
You got I got a precept. You got something?
Yeah, still going. It says back in 1 Peter 2 and 5, it says he also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house. And that's what the house I was telling him when he was going to build the temple in 3 days or whatever. And they was like, yo, what are you talking about? But it says to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shah Hamashiach. Wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. All right. Going to that. Who's going to depend on Yahweh Shah? There's his elect, man. They're not going to be confounded. So how can you confound a man that believes in Yahweh Shah wholeheartedly? And bring out scriptures like the brother was just saying, how you got these Christians, all these different other nations, like they swear they know the scriptures. Like you go out on these highways and you see these street ministers preaching from the church. Matter of fact, they got one on Broad and Island. I talked to that dude. He's a jackass.
Reprobate.
Yeah, God said, that's a fucking demon, man. And he preaches without a Bible. You just talking out your own mind, man. So it's easy. It's evil. Yeah, it's easy to confound a dude like that, man. It says, unto you, therefore, which believe, he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the cornerstone, of the corner, Salakia. So now Yahweh Shah was rejected, man, by his own people. So what you think will happen to you? And it's time. If people's accepting you too much, oh yeah, brother, you doing something wrong, man. Because they look at Nate and all the followers that he got. Everybody's accepting his rhetoric, man. Just like with Johanna, but Nate going harder than Johanna right now on his bullshit, man. Telling that they teaching hell again, man. These dudes, they're teaching against the MOTB. Men in their congregation has already took the Yakadah, man.
Hey, you know why?
They took that jump shot.
They don't have a firm foundation.
That's right.
They
Christ.
Their houses is built on sand.
Yeah, Christ is their foundation.
As quick as they built it up, as quick as they got all their hundreds of thousands of followers. You know what I'm saying? Stadiums of cheerleaders. It's as quick as the Lord's going to bring that down, because
rich is gained by deceit.
That's right.
The Lord, the cornerstone is that foundation.
That's right.
All right, so you build your word on that. There's no depth, no width, no condition that can destroy that. You know what I'm saying? It tells you in Romans 8, there's nothing. What can separate you from the love of the Lord? And we're not doing it for filthy lucre's sake. We're not doing it for any type of gain in any way, shape, or form.
We ain't charging you for no breakdowns.
Right.
Yeah, we don't got a basket out there up front.
Good.
We don't have to flyers, garments like we was watching Apostles. He said, "Found linen on king's houses." Yahweh Shah said so. We're not there to for the glamour.
We in mourning.
For the commercials, for the shows, for the fucking interviews. Nah, man, we're doing it strictly preaching the words. We're just ministers.
That's right, God.
We're just servants of the Lord. That's it, right, man.
Yeah, we're not doing it for fame.
That's right.
This is not a wave.
Hey, it's not a trend.
Right. We're not trendsetters, right?
Like my man, Trey, what's his name? Trey Lee. He did that song back in the day. He had.
Oh yeah.
Like the hell with the bitches in the so-called fame, but he had the pastor tip. It was crazy. But now it says verse 8 it says, and the stone, it says, and the stone of stumbling, and the rock of offense. See that? A stone of stumbling and a rock of offenses. Even to them which stumble at the word being disobedient, which unto also they were appointed, man. So you got men like stumbling. What's the stumbling? The major stumbling block now is the MOTB, man.
Yeah.
They can't get that right.
Fucking
You know?
MOTB.
And people get offended over that.
Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, kind of. That's another one. The hell doctrine.
Doctrine.
You know,
Right.
a whole bunch
John
of
the
stuff.
Revelator wasn't
Oh, yeah,
an
he was-
Israelite.
Yeah, kind of. He went off. Oh, that everybody can make it.
Everybody can
Edomites
make it.
can make it. Yeah.
Everybody, all Israel is dark skinned.
Kind of, yeah.
The Shabbat, Friday.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
The
kinda.
Shabbat, Friday, and
Saturday.
Saturday.
Those are all stumbling, and that's how you know through the Spirit that you following after Yahweh Shah, man. You know, because when you start teaching like that, they're like, oh man, they get angry, they get offended, they want to fight you, man. You know, you want to.
Oh yeah.
You want to lose enemies or gain enemies. Teach the truth.
Right.
That's it. Teach the truth. Now watch how many enemies you get, man.
Yeah, the love shall be hated for.
Exactly.
Right.
By all men for my name's sake.
Right. Matthew 10, right?
And not only that, we'll tell you that, hey, Israelites are in every nation.
That's right.
They can look like every nation.
That's right.
Yeah.
No one says that about our doctrine, though, right?
Yeah,
They'll just call us Black Hebrews. Like when
That's
we're telling you they can look from many nations, right? We'll tell you that there's people over in Israel that are Israelites.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
still don't want to listen.
In Tel Aviv.
Right. But you don't go through that. You
That's
just
right.
say we're
And
again.
skip over that.
Right, skip over all of that,
Right.
right?
Saying the name.
Yeah. But we have our power's name is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right. That's
You
right,
know?
man.
And if you can't get it, you can't get right, then hey, you won't get left.
That's right. That's it. Like Apostle always said, if a simple-minded nigga can't get it, we moving forward. Right?
You're gonna get all the way left.
That's right. It says, it says we're also appointed, we're appointed. They were appointed, so that's crazy. Like our people, the word was meant for us, you know, and you still can't get it, man. And it's appointed for you, man. You know, it says, verse 9, it says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, man. So in darkness, gross darkness, man, in the world, man.
Yeah.
And line up, sleeping with other men's women, you know,
Glorifying that.
Yeah,
right? Praying after that.
smoking
Yeah.
weed,
Brothers are smoking.
all type of shit,
Selling
man.
drugs, killing our own
Yeah.
brothers, right?
Doing
Another
dumb
block.
shit. Yup.
Believe in JC.
Right.
Yeah, dumb shit, man. Allah.
Right.
You know, and you got some other people that believe in Krishna, man.
Right.
Because we are all four corners, so they believe bullshit.
All types
man.
of nonsense.
But the Lord said, we're set apart. You know, so we can't be like every other nation. Like, if you got a father that loves you and you try to be like everybody else, he's gonna be angry with you. He's gonna whoop your ass, man, until you get it.
Yeah, that chastisement.
That's right.
And you people in power, you hate that we know who we are.
That's right.
You hate us.
That's right.
That's how you know who we are.
Ooh, that
Right?
goes to that
Because you
perpetual
hate
hatred.
the fact that we know who we are.
That's right.
And we can see right through your spirit, right through your lies.
Mhm.
As soon as you open your mouth, we can see right through you.
That's
Because
right.
they don't hate nobody
Because we're
else.
spiritual people. They hate
Speak
nobody
to you
else.
like glass.
You could be anything else.
Mhm.
They make
But us.
agreements with all the
Oh,
nations.
yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
buddy.
Right. That's how you know you can be any religion,
Mhm.
but we can't be us.
Don't say you're Israelite.
That's how you know.
That's it.
Right.
They did that to the
What type of hypocrisy are you living by?
con.
Exactly.
Because again, everybody else can be anything else they want,
You could be
but we can't be who we are.
You could be a goddamn donkey.
Yeah, you're literally out of your mind.
Yeah,
Think
literally.
you control who we are
Con.
when we know who we are,
That's right.
and you can't do nothing about it.
That's right.
You can be anything else besides who you really are.
Right? For us though, anybody else can be anything else, right?
Right.
Right? So you try to assassinate our character,
Mhm.
right? Again, when we're, hey, what the guy say from I think from Miami, some Florida, we the best. We the best.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
Cal-
Khaled,
yeah,
DJ
yeah,
Khaled.
Yeah,
That's
don't
the
put
kind
that.
of
Don't do
Remix
that.
that.
We the best
We the
music.
best. You know?
That's
the
heavy.
fact.
That's heavy, huh?
Yeah,
Yo, because
you
we
mad
is.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say we're peculiar people.
Right.
That goes into that perpetual hatred that they always had towards us.
Mhm.
Yo, even going into and you know what? That's a part of Yahweh Shah's burden, man. You know, I think Elder Menatazak brought it out earlier. He was going into like high priest Ariyah and them like back man before the YouTube. You know, they was doing shooting VHS drones and how the people was coming out. But how they was doing the videos and everything, right? And well, the people was hating on them, calling them this and that, and laughing and scoffing at them, But you had certain individuals. Nowadays, everybody wants to be an Israelite. Oh yeah, Israel. Yeah, we're Israel, and they happy, doing, just making this just like a little fad for it, man.
Like
They look at it like this is a movement, Black Panthers or what else? So like Bloods
some
and
type of
Crips,
religious
yeah,
movement.
Bloods and Crips and all that crazy stuff, man. But this is actually the movement of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, by Hashem Rakagadash. Verse 11 it says, "Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, absent from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, having your conversations honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good works which they shall behold glorify the Most High in the day of visitation." All right, so they watching us, man.
In that visitation.
Yeah. So we gotta by good works, by conversations, by actions, the way we conduct ourselves, the way we move. We gotta be that example, man. Of Yahweh Shem Yahushai by Shem Kakadash as those different stones, man. With Yahweh Shai being what? That chief cornerstone. Okay?
Right.
You got some, bro?
And that's the this word being that this word being that foundation, no matter where you at on the earth.
Right.
Like the scripture said, we're no more tossed to and fro by every doctrine, by every wind of doctrine.
God, that's right.
Roughly paraphrasing. Because now we know, oh dang, all right, we know what sin is.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what to repent from.
That's right.
We know who our fathers are. We know who we are, so we know where we're going.
That's right, God.
We know like things like that, which is revealed by Yahushua, giving us that clarification.
God.
You know what I mean?
God. That's right.
Because in the Old Testament, you got people that just believe in that, but they didn't have the full understanding.
That's right, God.
Even when Yahushua was on the scene, they had the full understanding.
Because the book
But
was
he had
still
to
being
do that
written.
to reveal it,
God.
so now we understand it.
And the book was still being written at that time. Because what was how you know that? Because he had Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, James, Jude, men like that. Oh, you further on down. Well, those men right there, they was in close contact with Yahushua. James was Yahushua's brother. Jude was also Yahushua's brother. Which that kills that whole immaculate conception. Because if that was the case, he wouldn't have siblings. Why would he have brothers and sisters in the flesh? And he came in the flesh. All right, so I lost my train of thought, man. But Joe, come. He the brothers and sisters. I forgot I was gonna say to come back to me, man. It's a lot. The book was still being written because they was going around recording his acts and everything. So going into when you go into the book
Oh
of
yeah,
Acts,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? So going into the book of Acts, you had Apostle Paul, Peter, John, all of them. Down their acts got recorded. You know, going all the way to Revelations, John the Revelator. Now he got the revelations through Yahushua of what was going to happen in the latter times, which is going on now, and it went through history as well when it talked about the different uh times, you know, and things like that. So like the book when Yahushua was on the scene, it still was being written, you know, to now. But Yahushua, he knew the beginning to the end, you know, and he was telling his disciples at the time, like this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and just preparing them and showing. Like he showed them in a lot, man. And this little time that he was here, all right, to prepare him for this era that we in right now, you know. So you got anything?
And that's why Yahushua was like, you know how he will set up a place for us.
That's right, kind.
Because through that, through his walk, it was the understanding that he was giving us to walk that walk. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yep.
And a lot of times, you know, at that time, we didn't really fully grasp what he was doing. What you know what I mean?
That's right.
That's why even some ask him, Lord, why does thou speak in parables? Because it wasn't, you know, meant for everybody. So
that's right. But he still broke it down to him.
When we read it now, it's more of understanding. Like, oh, okay, now we understand what he did, why he did it, what he said, why he said it, and who he said it to. You know,
he brought it back to our remembrance. You know, it was brought back to our remembrance. Right. You know, the things that we knew then, all the way to now. You know,
even with like John the Revelator, the visions he saw, he didn't understand the MOTB.
That's right.
You know, he didn't understand World War III. You know, that's why he called it the Third World. We call it World War III. So there's nothing new under the sun. We saying that now. They said it back then. Before we was calling saying World War whatever. You know, so.
But John Revelator, he knew about those things because Yahushua revealed it to him. So when they say woe, they just mean destruction.
Yeah,
woe is me. Right. You know, Ezra said that. Ezra. He said that. He's like, woe is me. Who will help me in those days? Because Ezra saw the destruction of Babylon as well, man.
Yeah, that's just
He's like them men when they had and that's how you know, because the dreams and everything was so much more vivid because the food was more pure, the air was more pure. You know, they didn't have all this processed food that we have now. They was eating things fresh, man. When the king or whatever you went to go cook a meal, you had your animals and you would go slaughter that animal like right out the field. You'll slaughter it, you'll pray over, slaughter it, and then they'll prepare it. So you eating fresh food. So when you went to sleep at night, but not now because they got your pineal gland so jacked up. You know, when you have dreams, they're not as vivid as they were back then. So like those, when they saw it, they were throwing up, sick. Like Ezra, he was sick for a minute, man.
Yeah.
You know, because he and then on top of that, with Ezra's and different prophets back then, the angel told him exactly what to eat. Go eat this for this many amount of days. Go eat that. Go eat this. And then he said, I'll reveal this to you. You know, so they gave it to him in the dreams, just like we just read about with in Matthew the 2nd chapter with Joseph, when the angel revealed in the dream that they got to flee to Egypt to get up out of there because Herod was coming to kill him. Well, they wanted to kill Yahushua, man. You know, so he saw that dream vividly. It was bang, because we roll with animals back then. You know,
matter of fact, it tells you that in Job, through thy dreams, roughly paraphrasing, like he'll give you the understanding.
Through
the dreams, yeah.
Let me get there.
Matter of fact,
this time about the done, so we got the
Because the Lord's still doing it now. He's pouring the Spirit upon all flesh. You know, to dream dreams, to see visions. You know, see things that our forefathers saw, but we understand it more now.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We able to break it down now through our apostles on down.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And that's a gift. That's a blessing because everybody can't see that.
That's right.
You know,
Con.
the Lord has to sup with you through the Spirit
That's right.
for you to have these revelations.
That's
Everybody don't got these revelations, man.
Con. That's right.
You know, everybody's not worthy to have those revelations.
That's right. Con.
You know what I'm saying? So, like the apostles, they saw that back then, the latter days. They mentioned that we're in the
Right now,
latter
yeah.
days.
Yeah.
But now we're able to understand the metaphors, the philosophies, the dark sayings, the parables. You
That's
know,
right. That's
break
right.
it down to those people that don't know it.
That's
You
right.
know, yo, and not only that, we were seeing it come to pass.
Con.
We're seeing it come to fruition, and actually that proves furthermore that's the latter days we're in, which is now. Habakkuk said, "The end shall speak in our life."
Con.
You know, meaning what? For things to be manifested. Things are being manifested. So it's not just words we're speaking.
That's right. Con.
Now you're seeing the declarations of what the Lord said was going to happen.
That's right. That's right. Let's start the book of Job. Go back to point up. That's not
You know, because me and his brother, we have dreams. We don't do lessons on it.
Con.
You got brothers and sisters, kids, children having dreams, heathens.
I said he's going to pour out the spirit on all flesh.
You know?
There we go, Job 33. This
Oh,
is
spirit.
Job 33, chapter 15. It says in the dream, matter of fact, let's start at verse 14. It says, "For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In the dream and the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions." That's crazy. That's heavy because it says he opened up the ears of men and sealeth their instructions through the dreams. So like what happened with John the Revelator? A lot of those he had dreams, visions. Uh uh King Solomon, he had dreams. Joseph, he had dreams and visions, man. Yo, even the heathens, man. Look at what's his name, Nebuchadnezzar. You know, he had a dream. You know, going to what's that? I think that Darius, that was writing on the wall, wasn't it? No, that was Nebuchadnezzar. But Darius, Darius had a dream too, if I'm not mistaken. And it was another king. Oh, the Pharaoh of Egypt. One of the pharaohs of Egypt had a dream about the seven I think it was lambs that were fat, and then the seven that were the thin, and the thin ones ate up the fat ones, and then the corn being flourished, then it was like stalks, and that the weak ones ate up the strong ones, going into what? Famine.
Oh, the family.
You know, but the Lord he sealed those instructions to those men because like to show what was going on. Also going into what Proverbs it says man's goings of the Lord. You know, how therefore can a man understand his own way? All right. We'll hop back to last for us first. Job 33 and 17, it says, "That he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man." You know? So the Lord is bad, man. You know, it's gonna hop in the classic John. You know, because this is where we at with crazy. Anyway, man, this is Revelations, this classic scripture we always bring out, chapter 13 and 16, because this is the times we in and we know it. So that's why we bring it out. Yeah, this is Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom." You see that? That's why it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number." It says, "Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 603 which is Kasai's statement, right? But it says, "Let you have understanding." So that's what the scripture said. He that have understand, here he that have wisdom. So obviously, a man is teaching against that, Mark. He don't have no wisdom. He has no understanding in him. So you listen to him, then you don't got no understanding.
Exactly.
You know, so because you following a man that's blind into a ditch when clearly you can clearly see these things like the neural link, the MOT to the bit. Why do you want to put a neural link in your mind, man? So they could become your God when you chose them. They put that thing in your brain and they control your thoughts, your actions, everything. When you get hungry, they know how to move you. Yeah, your functions, everything. They travel. They keeping a tab on you, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's all they're doing.
I don't know. In my job, I clock in on my phone.
Yeah, that's.
But I know, like, say I'm late.
Okay.
I'll clock. I'm late. I won't clock. I'll clock in to where
block away.
I'm close. I'm close by because why? Because them apps, your phone still got tracking devices on it.
Okay. And they know that.
They might not be in you.
That's
so you
right,
can easily just destroy your phone. They don't know where you at. So how they can track you?
That's right.
How they know what you?
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying? You're destroying everything that's in that device.
That's right.
So now once it's in you, you can't destroy it unless you're destroyed.
Okay.
And that's why the Lord said, yo, you're going to destroy you if you take that.
That's right.
Because now you taking, that's like a semen of Satan. That's like you becoming one with him. You becoming married with Satan, with Esau. You becoming one, joining one, because now he's in you. His philosophy, his whatever is in you.
That's right. Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With that spiritual mark, the Lord is in us.
That's right.
You know, Lord, when we part of that number, that's that spiritual mark. You know.
That's a heavy point he said, because he said you letting them inside of you. You know, that's his technology. You're accepting that. You know, you're accepting his ways, and that from shows that you had no faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, by Shem Kapadas. You know, because you're willing to take a chip, you know.
That's an oath.
So you can eat, you know, just the same way y'all took that Yakada, man, that jump shot and all that juice. So they're telling you that they lied, you know, you didn't need it and everything like that. But so the people that already died, that was first of all, it was a stumbling block to them, and that was the way that the Lord already set it up for them to be taken out of here. Yeah. You know, because they didn't have faith. You know, the Christians saw faith. They don't have no faith, man. You know, if you had faith, you wouldn't have took it. So being the case that you took it, that's why the Lord took your asses out of there, man. All right. So, anything else, bro? You know, Lord's one's edifying, Salaki, man, inside, like I said, my foot effed up, can't walk, man.
Yeah,
so Lord's willing next week. You know? Lord's willing next week, we'll be back on the highways with Father willing. So with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostle. I was a great millstone. Shalom to the elect. So next week, Lord's willing, this is edifying. We're going to say Mawafa Baba Ball.
Mawafa Baba Ball.
Kwam Yashua. Shalom.